everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, some WVII residents have been left without a home after fire ripped through a large apartment building.
Plus, we'll see the way Mainers are trying to stay cool as a heat wave continues to grip the state.
And we'll also meet a boy from Brewer who spots unmet needs in his community and then takes action to make life better for others.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us today. We'll have those stories and more coming up. But first, to check with that forecast. Looking like we'll get a little relief from the hot weather today. Not so much today because it's actually going to be low 90s versus up near 100, but it should feel a little better.
Yesterday's high was 96, so it's almost like, okay, I guess that's progress.
I picked yesterday to demo a small building over at my brother's house. I don't know why I did it, but I think I lost a little weight anyway.
Water weight.
Water weight, yeah, you have to take it easy out there.
Rehydrate and have some electrolytes.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Thank you very much. Your morning weather is brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais. Check out the new aquaculture technology program. All right, not so low temperatures this morning, hanging out in the mid-60s here in Bangor. A little cooler along your coastline this morning. We're seeing low 60s near Rockland, but going up a little bit further north, Holton at 67 degrees. We can be doing this tomorrow morning as well as a cold front approaches. But as we get into this afternoon, highs expected to reach the low 90s out there. A little bit better than we've seen the past few days with those mid to upper 90s out there yesterday, right? But your coastline again, you're going to have some help from the winds from the south out there today, keeping you a little bit cooler along your coastline. But up north, those temperatures could still reach the low 90s out there. Some of us could hang out in the upper 80s as well, as we can see a little bit more cloud cover out there for today. With that chance for a few showers and thunderstorms, we can see that arriving into the western portions of the state this afternoon. As we go into tonight, that cold front continues to drape down into the Bangor region. We can see a few more showers and thunderstorms than the models are showing overnight. And we do, again, still have that chance for a few showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon as well. So as we take a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for today, this isn't really that accurate. We're going to see increasing cloud cover throughout the day. This is showing decreasing cloud cover, but still temperatures are going to rise into those low 90s by the afternoon. And then, of course, the western portion of the state this afternoon can see a few chances for showers and thunderstorms.
All right, thank you, Chase. We'll see you later on with your full forecast. Well, first this morning, a structure fire in WVII on Tuesday afternoon devastated an apartment complex and left multiple families without a place to live. Our Callie Warren was on the scene and has the details.
3 o'clock today, we got a report of a building fire here at 5 Thompson Road. First arriving engines found heavy exposure.
Multiple WVII families lost everything Tuesday afternoon as a structure fire ravaged Colonial Village apartments.
Numb, scared, sort of the negative feelings anybody could have about possibly losing everything or almost losing everything. So yeah.
Officials aren't sure yet what exactly caused the fire, but several families were displaced as multiple apartment buildings were damaged or destroyed. Some individuals were transported to the hospital with minor injuries.
The original caller did in fact get injured. He had entered back into his apartment to get his girlfriend out. I know he did sustain injuries to his feet from the fire.
While firefighters dealt with heat exhaustion, battling the blaze in 90-degree heat.
At one point in time, we had 10 firefighters that were actually were receiving treatment because of heat exhaustion.
Residents say it was a frightening experience.
The people that were in the apartment where the fire started started yelling fire. I ran outside to go take a look, thinking maybe it was like a small one, but no, their entire porch was engulfed.
Yeah, it's been nerve-wracking to say the least. I'm still in shock. As I stand here and I'm looking at from this angle, you can literally see that my apartment is literally one shingle away from being the next one to be burned.
Well, I looked out the window and I saw smoke and fire out my bedroom window. And then that's when her boyfriend came in and yelled and said, "Everyone get out." And then I basically got the hint of what was happening and we all just ran outside.
Red Cross volunteers also arrived on scene to ensure families had access to resources.
For most people, this is the worst event of their life. It gets kind of worse for a couple of days while people go through they kind of get the shock and they have to deal with this and what did they lose and how are they going to recover.
In WVII, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Fire investigators are looking for the cause of a fire near Jackman. According to the Jackman Moose River Fire and Rescue Department, calls came in just before 6:30 on Monday, reporting a large column of dark smoke in Dennistown Plantation. The family who lived at the home was not home at the time of the fire. Officials believe the fire had been burning for some time before the windows burst and the entire structure went up in flames. No injuries were reported from the fire. The fire marshal's office was on scene Monday night, and the cause of the fire does not appear to be suspicious.
Well, meanwhile, firefighters have been battling a number of wildfires throughout the state. One of the latest was discovered Tuesday in Spencer Bay Township along the shore of Moosehead Lake. Rangers and a helicopter were dispatched to the scene. At last report, the fire was about 1.5 acres in size and was 0% contained. There are no structures threatened by the blaze. However, some logging equipment was destroyed. The crews planned to work into the night last night to build a line around the fire with heavy equipment. Meanwhile, firefighters continue to fight a fire that erupted earlier this week in Baileyville. As of last night, that fire had burned about 30 acres and was about 65% contained. They'll be back out in force this morning and expect to remain on the scene of that fire in Baileyville for much of the week.
Fire officials are warning Mainers to take extra precautions with outdoor burning and other fire-related activities as the risk of wildfire danger has increased for much of the state. The entire state of Maine was listed under a high fire risk yesterday as hot, dry weather conditions persist. According to the Maine Forest Service, online burn permits are only valid on low or moderate fire danger days for brush piles, wood debris, and agricultural burns. Deputy Fire Chief Eric Turtelot with the Brewer Fire Department says they're encouraging people to take extra precautions for any open burning.
We certainly want to express to people to exercise extreme care and caution. If they don't have to burn, maybe wait until conditions are a little, more suitable for open burning.
Crews have been busy so far this summer. As of Monday, a wildfire burning near Baileyville was about 25% contained. We just heard an update about that one, though, of course. Crews are expected to remain on scene there for several days. Deputy Chief Turtelot is encouraging people to visit the Maine Forestry Service website to stay up to date on wildfire danger levels throughout our state. For campfire permits, you can contact your local fire department.
Well, meanwhile, a Liberty man has been arrested for allegedly robbing a store in Waterville. Major Jason Longley with the Waterville Police Department says they received a call about a robbery at the Shoe Department Encore store in JFK Plaza just before 7 o'clock on Monday night. He says the store employees were able to provide a description of the man as well as the vehicle he was driving. Then about 10 minutes later, after the robbery, officers located the suspect's vehicle on Carter Memorial Drive. 59-year-old Kirby Bradford was arrested. Longley says officers found evidence inside his vehicle. He was arrested and charged with robbery as well as violating conditions of release. He's being held without bail until his court date in October.
A man from Bingham will spend more than 20 years in prison for sexually assaulting a child. 20-year-old Justin Harris has been sentenced to 24 years behind bars and will also be a registered sex offender for the rest of his life. The investigation began in March of 2024 when the Somerset County Sheriff's Office was notified about a sexual assault against a child under the age of 10. Harris was charged with 5 counts of gross sexual assault and pled guilty last week to 3 of those charges.
Well, approximately 130 soldiers from Maine's Army National Guard are being deployed overseas. Members of the 136th Engineering Vertical Construction Company are currently slated to head to Saudi Arabia this fall. The unit is split between Skowhegan and Lewiston. A statement says the company will support Operation Spartan Shield with construction, electrical work, masonry, and various other mission-focused capabilities for approximately 7 months. Brigadier General Will Dione, commander of the Maine Army National Guard, says, quote, Maine is once again answering the call to support our active duty brothers and sisters. Our engineers, like all our soldiers, are professional and well-trained. 136 EVCC has been preparing for this mission for months, and they are absolutely ready to go.
A lawsuit over the number of people allowed to get on cruise ships, or rather off of cruise ships in Bar Harbor, is headed back to lower court. The case centers around an ordinance enacted by voters that limits disembarkments to 1,000 a day without fines. That's disembarkments from the boat itself. Some business owners in the coastal town have said it has impacted their ability to make money. The court document says, quote, "We largely agree with the district court's ruling in favor of the defendants as to these claims, but we do vacate and remand a portion of it." The town of Bar Harbor sent out a statement. It says, quote, "The decision is currently under legal review. An executive session of the town council will be scheduled for next Tuesday to allow the town attorney to brief the council on the ruling and its potential implications." They say the town will provide an update after the council has met.
The Bangor City Council has approved the use of hundreds of thousands of dollars to create a case management program for those who have contracted HIV during the ongoing outbreak in Penobscot County. That money will be used over a 2-year period to employ 2 case managers who will work with clients to complete paperwork, connect them to medical professionals, and check in with them to make sure they are receiving the care they need. A few residents attending the meeting argue there are better courses of action, and this plan is a miscalculation of spending. But City Councilor Dan Trimble and others disagree.
To not do this would be an abdication of our responsibility. I mean, there's a direct result of the opiate problem and lack of needle exchanges, people using injectable drugs out there, and the rise in the HIV cluster in Bangor.
City will spend $550,000 from its opioid settlement funding to support that program.
High temperatures around the state have Mainers doing everything they can to stay cool. Our Grace Blanchard has more from Brewer.
Yeah, it's definitely hot, but honestly, I don't mind it.
For those with outdoor jobs, the heat is not something they can escape.
We get training to watch out for heat stroke and things like that, so we do have coolers in the trucks with water, and we're not, we take a break here and there just to cool off a little bit in the shade. Like as you can see, they're working in the shade now just to keep some of the heat off you.
We've actually been moving pretty fast considering the weather, so, it's not too bad.
Kyle Santos with Santos Custom Builders says their crews are conditioned to work in these high temperatures.
We've actually been moving pretty fast considering the weather, so, it's not too bad.
Heat hazards also carry into the kitchen. At places like Jimmy's Ice Cream and Grill and Mason's Brewing Company, workers are staying comfortable thanks to extra hands and air conditioning.
So we have ACs, which is really helpful, especially on hot days, and just making sure everything's restocked the night before really helps on busy days.
Around noontime outside, bussing a table can get a little toasty, but we do have AC inside, so it's really not that bad.
The Brewer Rec program took their campers out for a swim at the community pool to ensure they stay cool.
Yeah, it's a really hot day, so it's great that they're out here beating the heat and stuff.
Brewer's Public Works crews say in these conditions, it's vital to stay hydrated and look out for signs of heat-related illnesses.
If you keep the spirits up high, you play around a little bit, and the day goes by pretty quick, so you get home and relax in the AC.
In Brewer, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
It's no joke. It can be dangerous, especially if you're working with hot asphalt or something like that.
Yeah, the water at that pool looked awful nice.
I know. It did look nice. All right, the time now is 6:13. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll meet 12-year-old Dorian Pillsbury of Brewer, a boy whose birthday wish is to make life a little better for those around him.
We'll hear his story coming up, but first let's take another look at that forecast. A little bit cooler today, partly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms, highs around 92 degrees. Mostly cloudy with thunderstorms tonight, lows in the upper 60s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with thunderstorms, highs around 83. We'll be right back.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Located on Wilson Street in Brewer, Yoshi Japanese Restaurant, where you'll find only the best sushi, Asian favorites, and specialty crafted cocktails that will satisfy anyone. Try tatami seating for an immersive experience. Yoshi Japanese Restaurant, bringing delicious traditions to you.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
It's more than just your lawn. It's your grass kingdom, your green canvas, your fairway to heaven. It deserves the Kubota Z400. With class-leading speed, agility, a powerful transmission, simple deck height adjustments, and legendary Kubota quality. When you need comfort, convenience, and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
What would you do if you found out your partner secretly went through your phone?
I'm gonna deny everything.
Family Feud. Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7. Judge Judy never misses a beat.
This is my playpen.
I get that, Your Honor.
Perfect.
Next is mental anguish.
Yours or mine? Am I doing all right?
Excellent.
Judge Judy. Weeknights at 5 on ABC 7.
A Herman convenience store has been shut down indefinitely. Hawks Deli and Marketplace opened in 2023, replacing the former CK Variety store on the Billings Road. Customers started hearing on Sunday that the local convenience store would be closed, but no one was sure why. Yesterday, a note was posted on the doors stating that the business had its conditional certificate of occupancy revoked by the town's code enforcement officer. According to the town, the business failed to follow several DEP requirements, including installation of erosion control, proper grading and ditching, repair to a damaged septic system, and failure to complete on-site and off-site traffic mitigation measures. No one is allowed to enter or occupy the building unless they have written permission from the Code Enforcement Department.
Well, high school volunteers at Eastern Maine Medical Center are bringing joy to patients and staff through Stems for Smiles. Stems for Smiles is a student-led initiative where flowers are delivered across the hospital. People can donate to have a flower sent to a patient, and staff can be nominated to receive one for their hard work and dedication. This passion project was created by a student leader in that program.
I've been volunteering here for 3 summers, and over my time here, I just noticed how a simple smile can truly make an impact on someone, or just a bouquet of flowers, or a single flower, a single interaction, conversation.
According to the community engagement director, this summer, the hospital has 94 high school volunteers who all participate in Stems for Smiles. To donate, you can visit give.northernlighthealth.org.
A Brewer boy is finding fundraising is his true forte. Our Jody Hersey explains.
At just 12 years old, Dorian Pillsbury, who is known as D-Max to his friends and family, has an innate ability to spot unmet needs in his community.
A few kids in my class, they didn't really have snacks. And then I found out that teachers were taking money out of their salary to buy the kids snacks, and I didn't really like that, so I started a fundraiser.
D-Max, an avid baseball player, didn't just raise a little bit. He and his late grandfather raised over $800 through a lemonade stand to supply snacks for those in need. And that good deed led to his latest sweet fundraiser.
My birthday cake fundraiser is for people that don't have cakes on their birthday.
D-Max wrote about that endeavor for his first children's book called D-Max's Birthday Wish.
I learned everything from this baseball field and baseball team: creativity, leadership, and teamwork. That's what this book is based about, and that's why I do all these fundraisers, is because I want to drive other kids to try to be like me and try to be like other entrepreneurs in the world and help those who need a helping hand.
His mother, Lisa, says his competitiveness, drive, and desire to help others is inspiring.
Everything that he wants to do are like big societal problems, and it all starts with one person, and it starts with stepping up, and he is doing that.
D-Max's Birthday Wish is currently available on Kindle and Amazon. It will also be available at a book launch and signing planned for September 28th at the Brewer Rec Department.
Schools are asking me and libraries are asking me to come read my book, and I am so thankful for them reaching out, and I will go read the book.
In Brewer, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Wow, you can tell it makes him happy, and his mom looks so proud.
Yeah, I think the parents are doing a good job there, but you know, you have to have something in you it's a calling
Totally,
to do that kind of thing.
totally.
We got to get him in on the morning show sometime.
I know.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him sometime.
I know. Him and Ava Burke should team up.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay, the time now is 6:19. After the break, as we deal with drought conditions in Maine, other parts of the country are risking flash floods with all the rain they're getting. We'll learn more.
Plus, that full 5-day weather forecast coming up on Good Morning Maine.
At China Wok on Broadway in Bangor, we're serving up your Chinese favorites. Our food is delicious, our staff is friendly, and our service is fast. Open Tuesday through Sunday, call ahead, order online, or just stop by. Enjoy our indoor dining for the full experience, or get takeout that the whole family will enjoy. We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied. China Wok on Broadway in Bangor, where tradition meets flavor.
For years, thousands of Mainers were denied their full Social Security benefits, even though they earned them. They were firefighters, police, and teachers. Senator Susan Collins took up their fight, never gave up, and she won. Collins wrote the bipartisan bill to restore full Social Security benefits to public servants. Maine's police and firefighters praised Senator Collins' leadership and dedication. Teachers called it an historic win. Call, thank Senator Collins, and tell her to keep fighting and winning for Maine.
This place wasn't our first choice.
Yeah, we made offers on like 3 or 4 other places. But all of that changed when we got pre-approved with the County Federal Credit Union. We applied entirely online.
It was so easy.
From application to moving day, count on the county to get you home faster.
So yeah, this home might not have been our first choice.
But the county was our best choice.
The County Federal Credit Union Online Mortgage. Local to the last step. countyfcu.org.
Now to serious weather worries from the East Coast all the way to Alaska. Some of that prompting a state of emergency in southeastern Tennessee as well.
And more rain is on the way today, likely to make flooding even worse. Here's ABC's Rihanna Nally.
Overnight, a flash flood emergency in Hamilton County, Tennessee. Multiple vehicles on Interstate 24 near Chattanooga submerged, drivers stranded, a police officer carrying this woman on his back. Crews wading through waist-high water, bringing residents trapped in their homes to safety. Meanwhile, farther north in the Chicago area, storms flooding homes and streets and bringing down trees. But a far bigger flood threat could be looming thousands of miles away in Alaska. People in parts of Juneau now being urged to evacuate ahead of a so-called glacial outburst that could release up to 15 billion gallons of water. Rainwater and snowmelt from a basin dammed by the Mendenhall Glacier has started to escape, driven largely by climate change and warming temperatures. Officials tell KTOO Public Media the river could rise to more than 16 feet.
This is a very dangerous situation. Please stay away from the river. Being near the river just presents inherent danger.
Flooding from the same basin in 2023 caused this home to collapse into the river. But officials say this year they're prepared with emergency flood barriers. Back on the East Coast this morning, forecasters are closely watching Tropical Storm Erin, which could become the first major hurricane of the season.
We think that a majority of this will stay away from a landfalling storm, but I can promise you, you got beach plans next week, you will see rip currents and high surf along the East Coast.
The waters have already turned deadly in the Northeast. In Seaside Heights, New Jersey, 5 people got caught in a rip current. 1 man died. His son was seriously hurt. Tropical Storm Erin is expected to be a major Category 3 hurricane by Sunday, passing north of Puerto Rico. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
All right, the time now is, oh, sorry, I cut you off.
That's okay. I was just going to say, on the bright side, it looks like some of that unsettled weather might move into our area today and tomorrow, so we might get some badly needed rain.
I know. We definitely need it.
Yeah.
The time now is 6:24, and it's time to get a look at that forecast with Devin Biggs.
Thank you very much. Your morning Maine weather is brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais, and make sure you check out their new aquaculture technology program. All right, again, as we said earlier, not so low temperatures this morning as we're hanging out in the mid-60s here in Bangor. We're close to 70 in Millinocket at 69 degrees this morning. A little bit cooler though along your coastline. We're seeing low 60s near Rockland. Now out there for today, it's going to be another warm one. We're expected to reach those low 90s, not as warm as yesterday. We hit 97 degrees for that high. Expect right around the low 90s. 92 is what we got forecasted for this afternoon. Again, a lot cooler along your coastline. Those southerly winds that could be gusting your 20 miles per hour times are going to help out to keep us a little bit cooler. But all the way up into the northern portions of the state, you can see those low 90s out there once again. So here is our temperature history. Let's take a look at the past few days. For your Monday, that high at 96 degrees. And then for your Tuesday afternoon, we hit 97. So we're still going to be in the low 90s for today, but after this, we will feel a little bit of a cool down. We're having that cold front arriving tonight into tomorrow, and that's really what's going to help bring those temperatures down. We will see a warm up again into the end of next weekend, but then you can see the effects of that cold front going into your Monday. But here we are. So for your Friday, your Thursday and Friday is where we're really going to feel the effects of that cold front, highs in the low to mid 80s. But then here's that warm up. We're going to see mid to upper 80s, get into those upper 80s by your Sunday, and then another cold front. 73 degrees is what we can see going into your Monday. That's going to be a little bit below average, which would be a nice relief for some of us. But here we are going into the afternoon for today. You're going to see those increasing clouds, right? Becoming partly cloudy here in Bangor, more mostly cloudy for the western portion of the state. A few showers and thunderstorms are possible. We are going to see a lot of high pressure still out there with the heat out there for today. But then the cold front really arrives overnight tonight. It could be arriving more closer to tomorrow afternoon, but I think we have that better chance for more of a few showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight rather than tomorrow afternoon. So keep that in mind, but still going to be a cloudy morning for your Thursday with some dense fog out there as well. But things will clear out by your Friday. That's when we'll have mostly sunny skies going to your Friday afternoon. So highs out there today in the low 90s, partly cloudy, increasing cloud cover across the state with that chance for a few showers and thunderstorms. Winds are going to be breezy today. That's going to help out with the heat. Going into tonight, that low in the upper 60s, so still pretty warm, mostly cloudy skies. Showers and thunderstorms are possible, and those winds are going to be pretty calm after those storms pass. So highs out there for tomorrow in the low to mid 80s. We're going to get a little bit cooler, mostly cloudy for much of the day with those areas of dense fog, and then a few showers and thunderstorms are possible as well. Taking a look at your extended forecast, you're going to see we're going to be drying out by your Friday. Lots of sunshine, highs in the low to mid 80s, warming up again by the end of your weekend with another chance for showers and thunderstorms.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time country fair featuring farms, a tractor pull, demolition derby, a pig scramble, and more. Fun rides in the Midway, daily and nightly entertainment. Piscataquis Valley Fair, August 21st through the 24th in Dover-Foxcroft.
Make your dream deck a reality with help from Hammond Lumber Company. Choose from traditional wood, affordable PVC, or beautiful low-maintenance composite decking. Hammond offers a variety of railing options too, including cable railing. Your Hammond sales rep will help you prepare your materials list and cost estimate and ensure you have everything you need. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. To get started on your new dream deck, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Howdy. I'm George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation, and this is our crew, the Apple Hill Stables Gang, and we are here to welcome you to the officially PRCA-sanctioned Apple Hill Stable Rodeo. There will be saddle and bareback riding. Barrel racing and bull riding. Calf roping and more. That's the Apple Hill Stables PRCA Rodeo. Y'all come on down now, you hear?
The 7th Annual Charity Rodeo, September 5th, 6th, and 7th. All proceeds go to the Shriners Hospital and Make-A-Wish of Maine. This event is sold out in past years, so get your tickets now online at applehillstablesllc.com.
NHL star Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew both killed in a horrific bike crash. And now, almost exactly 1 year later, the wives of both late brothers speak out for the first time.
Is there anything you didn't say to your husband that you might want to say now?
This morning, the emotional exclusive on Good Morning America.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Now to Washington, D.C., where National Guard troops are now on patrol for the first time since President Trump launched his crackdown on crime. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the details.
Overnight, dozens of National Guard troops reporting for duty in D.C.
Good luck to you. Godspeed.
More than 100 newly activated members getting a pep talk from the Secretary of the Army before hitting the streets. Their first mission, patrol the National Mall and offer a presence at the city's iconic monuments. Rows of Hummers and camel-clad guardsmen were posted along the mall soon after. The scene, a stark contrast to the tourists and children strolling past.
This is a bit startling. This is like worse than January 6th.
White House officials say the troops are in position to assist local law enforcement and say clearing out homeless encampments is a top priority.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time.
The Army says guardsmen will not carry weapons, but will have access to them.
What I'm focused on is the federal surge and how to make the most of the additional officer support that we have.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Well, now to the latest on the high-stakes summit between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Today, Trump plans to hold a virtual meeting with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky and European leaders as well, ahead of Friday's summit in Alaska. The White House now trying to lower expectations, calling it a listening exercise. Zelensky was not invited to Friday's summit and has said lasting peace cannot be secured without Ukraine at the negotiating table. He's warning that Putin cannot be trusted, saying he's definitely not preparing for a ceasefire or an end to the war. European leaders generally agree that there can be no negotiations about Ukraine without Ukraine. It comes as Russian troops are advancing, apparently breaking through Ukraine's front line. The former U.S. National Security Advisor to Donald Trump warns this one-on-one summit fits into Vladimir Putin's game plan. Friday's summit will take place on a U.S. military base in Anchorage and will be the first time Russian President Putin sets foot on U.S. soil in nearly a decade.
Israel is facing a severe diplomatic crisis over its plan to take control of Gaza. Israeli airstrikes targeting a string of residential areas over the past few days, with at least 24 being killed in Gaza since Tuesday. Protests have continued around the world in response to Israel's assassination of 6 Palestinian journalists living and reporting in Gaza. Remaining reporters in Gaza say aid distribution centers are still death traps, but most people have no other option than to risk it. The Israeli bombing campaign is expected to ramp up in the days ahead as its army prepares for an expanded ground operation to encircle Gaza City. Israel sent a message to the Red Cross on Tuesday, warning that the 20 living hostages that remain in Gaza are in grave danger.
Well, a new rocket soars into orbit carrying 2 military satellites. United Launch Alliance, an American aerospace company, lifted off its first operational Vulcan rocket on Tuesday night. The 198-foot-tall rocket launched from Cape Canaveral Space Station. 2 satellites took the trip to space, one fully classified aircraft and an experimental satellite, which is expected to perform tests of upgraded atomic clocks and navigation technology. This is the first time the Pentagon has launched an experimental navigation satellite into space since the 1970s. United Launch Alliance is aiming to launch 9 more flights in 2025 and plans to increase that number to between 20 and 25 for 2026.
And coming up on the second half of the newscast, a now annual scavenger hunt is returning to Bangor this weekend, all thanks to the local Historical Society.
We'll learn how you can participate coming up on Good Morning Maine.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing, plus an additional $3,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
Visit your Maine Chevy dealers.
Hank's Husqvarna is your trusted full-line Husqvarna dealer, offering you everything you need for your outdoor projects. From high-performance lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers to chainsaws, trimmers, battery-powered and powerful snowblowers, we have just what you need. Every piece of equipment is fully set up, serviced, and ready for use by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or new equipment sales, make your way to Hank's Husqvarna in Carmel or Newport.
Americans elected Republicans on the promise of lower costs and more choices. President Trump is already making America more affordable. Now, Congress has to do its part by extending the tax credits working families use to afford their health care. If they don't, premiums will double, families will lose coverage, and Republicans will lose in 2026. Senator Collins, keep your promise. Protect our health care, our GOP majorities, and our premium tax credits.
Come out and watch Maine's 2- and 3-year-old sire stakes horses compete during live harness racing at the Thompson Fair August 3rd through the 9th and the Skowhegan State Fair August 10th through the 16th.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. This is also International Left-Handers Day.
This holiday celebrates the differences and distinctiveness of left-handed people. From the 1600s, when left-handers were thought to be in cahoots with the devil, to the present day, when they continue to face difficulties and challenges accomplishing tasks. This day raises awareness about the challenges left-handers face in a world where most items were designed for those people who are right-handed. Some of the best-known lefties include President Barack Obama, Lady Gaga, Babe Ruth, and Paul McCartney.
How about that?
I know, it's like you don't think about it until maybe you are a musician or you have to use a specific tool, because so many musical instruments and tools are made for right-handed people.
Yeah, most everything is made for right-handed people. Yeah. So they actually have a left-handers club, which they kind of talk about those kind of things, and they work to make changes in I guess, the corporate world, et cetera, to make things a little better for the lefties.
I think a lot of lefties end up being slightly ambidextrous just because they have to be.
Yeah, I think so too.
Cool.
So, happy Left-Handers Day, everyone. All right, time for history. It was on this day back in 1889, William Gray of Hartford, Connecticut received a patent for the first coin-operated telephone. In 1941, Henry Ford showed off a car whose plastic body was partially made from soybeans. The vehicle weighed half as much as a steel-bodied car, and Ford said it was also safer. However, that car never went into production.
Talk about a guy ahead of his time.
Right, interesting. Now they're making things in plastic, of course, for the same reasons. In 1942, Walt Disney's Bambi opened up at Radio City Music Hall in New York. And in 1952, the song Hound Dog was recorded by rhythm and blues singer Willie Mae Big Mama Thornton. That was 4 years before Elvis Presley also recorded the song, which of course went on to become a big hit. A lot of people thought it was an original Elvis song.
Right.
Somebody beat him to it.
Right. He had all sorts of influences from really good musicians.
Sure did. Yeah.
In 1961, East Germany began construction on the Berlin Wall, sealing the border between East and West Berlin. Did I say 1961?
1961, it says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that accurate? Okay. Okay, we got to
I'll have
double check that one.
I think it was, though.
Okay, I don't know about that one. Sealing the border between East and West Berlin, and obviously I need to seal some of my world history knowledge into my brain.
I think it was right because it was torn down in like 23 years later. When I think it was around the time Reagan was president or whatever. So makes sense.
That math would check out.
Yeah.
Yep. The event known as Barbed Wire Sunday marked a significant escalation in the Cold War. The wall would remain in place for the next 28 years. In 1969, New York held a ticker tape parade for the Apollo 11 astronauts. Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins were hailed as heroes after their successful moon landing. An estimated 4 million people turned out to celebrate, and a second parade for the astronauts was held that same day in Chicago. And in 1997, the animated series South Park premiered on Comedy Central. A lot of, what's the word? Controversy surrounding South Park right now because they're making some political comments.
Yeah, they're kind of experiencing a resurgence.
I know.
Suddenly with this season.
Yeah.
Was it the 27th, 29th season or something like that?
Yeah,
So,
the political commentary, I mean, they have been known to make political and cultural commentary. That's been their whole thing.
Sure, yeah.
And they're going kind of hard right now.
yeah, nobody is safe from the creators of South Park.
I know.
All right, for birthdays today, they include actor Sebastian Stan. You might recognize him as the Winter Soldier. He is 43 years old. He's in all the Marvel movies now.
I definitely recognize him as the Winter Soldier.
Country singer Andy Griggs is 52, and this is also the birthday of sharpshooter Annie Oakley, who starred in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. She was born in 1860 and died in 1926. I have a feeling that you would be really good friends with her if she were still around today.
I would love to practice the way she did. I like shooting, so I would definitely want to hang out with her.
Yeah, it was a tough world back then too for a woman to rise to that kind of prominence.
1860?
And,
I know. She had to be extremely competitive.
Yeah, she took no guff at all.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it helps when you have a gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess so.
I guess so. Okay, let's get a look at that forecast with Devin Biggs.
Chase is in today.
I'm sorry. I know. I haven't seen him in yet.
Devin's on vacation. Yeah, here's Chase.
Thank you very much. Your morning weather is brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais. Check out the new aquaculture technology program. All right, not so low temperatures this morning, hanging out in the mid-60s here in Bangor. A little cooler along your coastline this morning. We're seeing low 60s near Rockland, but going up a little bit further north, Holton at 67 degrees. We can be doing this tomorrow morning as well as a cold front approaches. But as we get into this afternoon, highs expected to reach the low 90s out there, a little bit better than we've seen the past few days with those mid to upper 90s out there yesterday, right by your coastline again. You're going to have some help from the winds from the south out there today, keeping it a little bit cooler along your coastline. But up north, those temperatures could still reach the low 90s out there. Some of us could hang out in the upper 80s as well, as we can see a little bit more cloud cover out there for today with that chance for a few showers and thunderstorms. We can see that arriving into the western portions of the state this afternoon. As we go into tonight, that cold front continues to drape down into the Bangor region. We can see a few more showers and thunderstorms than the models are showing overnight. And we do, again, still have that chance for a few showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon as well. So as we take a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for today, this isn't really that accurate. We're going to see increasing cloud cover throughout the day. This is showing decreasing cloud cover, but still temperatures are going to rise into those low 90s by the afternoon. And then, of course, the western portion of the state this afternoon can see a few chances for showers and thunderstorms.
All right, thank you, Chase. Well, the second annual Great Bangor Art History Hunt will take place this weekend. The event will take place this Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. It will start and end at the Thomas Hill House on Union Street. Participants will be given a map and clues that will lead them to different spots in the city that will showcase Bangor's art, sculptures, and monuments. Matt Bishop, the curator of the Bangor Historical Society, says it's a great activity for families as well as for people who like to solve puzzles.
Some of the clues will say, take a selfie in front of a certain object, or take a picture of your group in front of this statue, and really just trying to focus not just the history, but really the beauty of the art that we have throughout Bangor.
Tickets for the events are $10 for individuals or $20 for a group. Tickets are available online at bangorhistoricalsociety.org or at the Thomas Hill House on the day of the event. Those who complete the hunt will be entered into a drawing for a $200 grand prize package. Ooh. Of course, all the money there helps to support the Bangor Historical Society and all the important work they do.
They are so busy in our community.
Yeah.
All right, right after the break, Jack Webb will have those sports updates.
Don't go away.
In a world that never stops moving, your shoes are your constant companion. At Colburn Shoe Store in Belfast, we understand the importance of the perfect fit. From casual kicks in every style to fashionable footwear that supports your every step. Come see our wide selection of name brands like Brooks, Hoka, Dansko, Birkenstock, and more. Visit our bargain basement while you're here to get some great deals. Colburn Shoe Store in downtown Belfast, the oldest shoe store in America.
Hey, I just got my license. Do you want to go for a ride?
Did you call Howard Insurance?
Yes, I called Howard Insurance and I got the best price.
Sissy, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Sissy, you shouldn't text and driving me. Might get in a car accident.
You're right. We want to be safe when we're driving.
Make Howard Insurance your insurance agency with 3 convenient locations: Dover, Foxcroft, Dexter, and Newport.
Pound the Pavement, Sunday, October 12th at the Sea Dog on the Bangor waterfront. Kids' Mad Dash of Color is back too. Register now at purpleirisfoundation.com. Sign up by September 1st and get a free t-shirt. Goodie bags for the first 200 people to register with gift cards randomly hidden inside. Start a fundraiser, win prizes. Cancer survivors sign up for free. Proceeds to support those battling cancer in Maine. Pound the Pavement, sponsored by the Sea Dog, the Maine Tavern, Somac America, Ice Pick Vodka, ABC 7, and Fox 22.
Hi, Eastern Maine. Watch Person, Place, or Thing right here on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 10 a.m.
Welcome back in, folks. The Maine football team is battling through the August heat as they prepare to open the season on August 30th against Liberty. And for the first time in the Jordan Stevens era, they'll take the field with returning offensive and defensive coordinators.
We hit the ground running, where last year there was still a little bit of building, a little feeling out process. Practice, 10 now, and it feels like we've been in camp for 3 weeks.
Due to the volatile nature of the coaching carousel, a college football coach's office can be a revolving door. And it certainly has been for the beginning of head coach Jordan Stevens' tenure in Orono, where it's been 3 years, 3 different offensive and defensive coordinators. However, in year 4, that's not the case. It'll be the same faces leading the charge, which has been huge for a program looking to take the next step.
The continuity, from everything I know, is one of the number one factors in success. So to have 2 coordinators in place with that had great alignment towards our vision as a program and our great leaders, great mentors, great football coaches, that's huge for us to have that.
That continuity has shown up from the very start of preseason camp.
The players don't have to think about it from year 1 to year 2. Everybody should know the system after year 1, and then year 2 you just grow off of that. There's no learning period where everybody's got to slow down and oh wait, what do we call that? What is this? There's less mental errors, which leads to less physical errors.
Defensive coordinator Umberto DeMeo returns to lead a unit that's hungry to restore the standard of the Black Hole defense in year 2.
Naturally, there's just more of a standard when it comes to our relationships, when it comes to our expectations. In the second year, people are able to adapt. They're able to communicate more effectively and just do the little things to allow us to play faster, and that's what they're doing.
I think it's bringing us together more, building team chemistry. He understands his players more due to longevity being with us. He understands how he is, who we are, and strengths and weaknesses.
As for the offense, they're fired up to have coordinator Mikhail Waters back to call the plays and work with returning QB Carter Peavy in an offense that was 3rd in the conference in pass efficiency last season. Waters says his relationship with the quarterback has grown tremendously in year 2.
I think just our football conversations have taken a step to the next level, right? Last year he's competing for a job, which puts an added pressure. Now there's a level of confidence that he's operating with. He's leading this team at a higher level. And then just me and him, we understand that what we're trying to accomplish on certain plays, it's more of a true coach-to-player relationship, partnership than it is him just trying to win a job.
Maine will host their second scrimmage of the preseason on Thursday night at 7 p.m. I think those coordinators will pay off big time as Maine football looks to take yet another step in the right direction. We'll head down to Boston now, where the Celtics continue to make offseason noise on Tuesday. However, this time at the very top. ESPN's Ramona Shelburne reporting that Wick Grossbeck will no longer stay on as governor as part of the $6.1 billion sale to Bill Chisholm. The original plan had been for Wick to stay on as governor until 2028 when the sale was finalized. Shelburne later reported this change was made to adapt to league rules and that Grousbeck will still work closely with Chisholm as an assistant to the governor. The Patriots are in Minnesota getting ready for Saturday's preseason game against the Vikings, and the 2 teams will have joint practice sessions both tomorrow and Thursday. The Patriots are coming off Friday night's preseason win over Washington. So far, it's been a very productive training camp for the Pats as they've had some rookies emerge and veterans take the reins. They'll be tested again this week against old friend Brian Flores, who's known to bring the blitz. The players really love the joint practice sessions for many reasons.
I feel like those are the funnest days. We out there hitting somebody else other than the people we see every day. So
you get 2 days to go to work against another NFL defense, a good NFL defense. So
mean, it's just a challenge like anything else. You can either rise to it or you can, get a little nervous. So, I mean, we're really excited for the opportunity.
As Milton Williams said, hitting your own teammates definitely gets old. The NBA released the schedule for 3 marquee dates in the 2025-26 season, and to no surprise, Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks are on all of them. Flagg will make his debut Wednesday, October 22nd at 9:30 p.m. on ESPN, where he'll take on the San Antonio Spurs and number 2 overall pick Dylan Harper. Then, in an honor many first overall picks don't get in their rookie year, is a game on Christmas Day, but Flagg will take on the Warriors in the 5 p.m. time slot on ABC or ESPN. Then into 2026, Flagg and the Mavs again have the 5 p.m. time slot, this time on MLK Day, where they'll face the Knicks on NBC. The full schedule releases on Thursday. For now, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Located on Wilson Street in Brewer, Yoshi Japanese Restaurant, where you'll find only the best sushi, Asian favorites, and specialty crafted cocktails that will satisfy anyone. Try tatami seating for an immersive experience. Yoshi Japanese Restaurant, bringing delicious traditions to you.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
It's the biggest homeowner mistakes. Do-it-yourself lumberjack? Better leave it to the pros. Unless you want natural skylights, doing your own electrical work is dangerous, and the results could be shocking. But letting just anyone replace your windows? Biggest mistake ever. Be a happy homeowner and leave this one to the best. The certified master installers at Renewal by Anderson. And for a limited time, get the best for less with this special offer.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you.
Now here's meteorologist Chase Ropenack with our 5-day forecast.
Thank you very much. Your morning Maine weather is brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais, and make sure you check out their new aquaculture technology program. All right, again, as we said earlier, not so low temperatures this morning as we're hanging out in the mid-60s here in Bangor. We're close to 70 in Millinocket at 69 degrees this morning. A little bit cooler though along your coastline. We're seeing low 60s near Rockland. Now out there for today, it's going to be another warm one. We're expected to reach those low 90s, not as warm as yesterday. We hit 97 degrees for that high. Expect right around the low 90s. 92 is what we got forecasted for this afternoon. Again, a lot cooler along your coastline. Those southerly winds that could be gusting your 20 miles per hour times are going to help out to keep us a little bit cooler. But all the way up into the northern portions of the state, you can see those low 90s out there once again. So here is our temperature history. Let's take a look at the past few days. For your Monday, that high at 96 degrees. And then for your Tuesday afternoon, we hit 97. So we're still going to be in the low 90s for today. But after this, we will feel a little bit of a cool down. We're having that cold front arriving tonight into tomorrow. And that's really what's going to help bring those temperatures down. We will see a warm up again into the end of next weekend. But then you can see the effects of that cold front going into your Monday. But here we are. So for your Friday, your Thursday and Friday is where we're really going to feel the effects of that cold front, highs in the low to mid 80s. But then here's that warm up. We're going to see mid to upper 80s, get into those upper 80s by your Sunday, and then another cold front. 73 degrees is what we can see going into your Monday. That's going to be a little bit below average, which would be a nice relief for some of us. But here we are going into the afternoon for today. You're going to see those increasing clouds, right? Becoming partly cloudy here in Bangor, mostly cloudy for the western portion of the state. A few showers and thunderstorms are possible. We are going to see a lot of high pressure still out there with heat out there for today. But then the cold front really arrives overnight tonight. It could be arriving more closer to tomorrow afternoon, but I think we have that better chance for more of a few showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight rather than tomorrow afternoon. So keep that in mind, but still going to be a cloudy morning for your Thursday with some dense fog out there as well. But things will clear out by your Friday. That's when we'll have mostly sunny skies going to your Friday afternoon. So highs out there today in the low 90s, partly cloudy, increasing cloud cover across the state with that chance for a few showers and thunderstorms. Winds are going to be breezy today. That's going to help out with the heat. Going into tonight, that low in the upper 60s, so still pretty warm. Mostly cloudy skies, showers and thunderstorms are possible, and those winds are going to be pretty calm after those storms pass. So highs out there for tomorrow in the low to mid 80s. We're going to get a little bit cooler, mostly cloudy for much of the day with those areas of dense fog, and then a few showers and thunderstorms are possible as well. Taking a look at your extended forecast, you're going to see we're going to be drying out by your Friday. Lots of sunshine, highs in the low to mid 80s, warming up again by the end of your weekend with another chance for showers and thunderstorms.
At China Wok on Broadway in Bangor, we're serving up your Chinese favorites. Our food is delicious, our staff is friendly, and our service is fast. Open Tuesday through Sunday, call ahead, order online, or just stop by. Enjoy our indoor dining for the full experience, or get takeout that the whole family will enjoy. We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied. China Wok on Broadway in Bangor, where tradition meets flavor.
Keep your feet on the ground, they said. So many people have told you you can't. They say you don't listen. So you don't listen to them. You rise to your moment. It feels like every idea is crystal clear. It feels like every line, every angle is perfect. It feels like you are at the top of your game with high-speed, reliable, no-stress Fidium fiber internet.
It feels like Fidium.
Benquist Rental in Dover Foxcroft is proudly celebrating 25 years. We rent tools, equipment, lawn and garden, masonry, tents, party supplies, bounce houses, towable boom lifts, and newly arrived this season, a 50-foot drivable lift. Visit us on West Main Street or call today.
At East Coast Coatings, your car isn't just your transportation. It's a reflection of you. We bring out the very best in every vehicle with professional ceramic coatings and high-end auto detailing that protects, preserves, and impresses. We use cutting-edge products and expert techniques to give your ride unmatched shine and long-lasting protection. East Coast Coatings in Brewer. Call us today, 573-1045. It's time to bring back the shine and put the pride back in your ride.
The guys from Workaholics try to go all the way.
No one has ever gotten 3 in a row. We should phone a friend just to say how well we're doing.
And the stars from Hacks are in the hot seat.
You okay?
You know, it's not relaxing.
New Millionaire tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The fate of a Belfast landmark has been decided. Robert Young was the former owner of Young's Lobster Pound, a seafood restaurant and wholesaler. Young died in 2017, and his son Raymond Young had operated the business since his father retired in 2000. Shortly after Robert's death, another son and his daughter filed what they said was a handwritten will that cut Raymond out of the estate and left his assets to his other son. The court found inconsistencies. Raymond Young will now act as his father's representative and end the dispute over that business.
I just had Young's on Saturday or Sunday.
Did
and
you?
It was, we had a family reunion with my Smith side of the family on my dad's side. And it was absolutely delicious.
Nice.
They cook a bunch of them and then bring them, and then we pick them up and then eat them very quickly.
That makes sense.
But the food was ready to go because we had such a large group.
Yeah,
It's
Young's
delicious.
been around a long time.
I know. It was one of my grandmother's favorite places, and my parents grew up in Belfast.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I want some lobster right now.
You know, I haven't had lobster yet this summer.
Really?
Usually by now I will have had it several times.
That's so
but
unlike you.
I know, just hasn't happened yet.
Oh,
so,
you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Don't feel bad for me though. I've eaten plenty of crab rolls.
I know, and
fried
scallops.
clams
Oh.
and scallops. And
That's a good substitute.
it's all good.
All right, it looks like we are running out of time though. If you missed anything, head to foxbangor.com.
Have a great day, everyone.